There's one fair county in Ireland, with memories so glorious and grand, where nature has lavished its bounty, is the orchard of Erin's green land. I love its cathedral city, once founded by Patrick so true, and it bears in the heart of its bosom the ashes of Brian Boru. It's my own Irish home, far across the foam, although I've often left it in foreign lands to roam. No matter where I wander, through cities near or far, sure me heart's at home in old Ireland, in the county of Armagh. I've travelled that part of the county, through Newtown, Forkhill, Crossmaglen, around by the gap of Mount Morris, and home by Blackwater again, where the girls are so gay and so hearty, and unfairer in Éireann go braw. But where are the boys that can court them, like the boys from the county Armagh? It's my own Irish home, far across the foam, although I've often left it in foreign lands to roam. No matter where I wander, through cities near or far, sure my heart's at home in old Ireland, where? In the county of Armagh. Sure my heart's at home in old Ireland, where? In the county of Armagh. That's Armagh, the All-Ireland champions for 2024. I switched off Galway last night after further thinking and made a few pound on them today. Didn't bother me which one, only for the few pound that I had on, so I was shouting for Armagh and the latter in today. Hard luck on Galway. They had their chances. Rob Finnerty was a big loss, and having to switch Tierney inside instead of bringing in an orthodox a corner forward like maybe Culhane or something might be better instead of Johnny Heaney. Save him until later. Walsh had an off day. Injuries, as I said last night, to Kelly, Comer and Walsh. That was the big difference today. If they were fully fit, should be coming over the Shannon tomorrow night, I'd say. But fair play to Armagh. They came through it without winning an Ulster title, and there'll be some party going on in the Apples Garden, or the Garden County in Armagh for the week. So I said I'd sing a song like I did for the hurlers last week of Clare. Late on tonight, it is 1:10 in the morning. I had to bring a neighbour down to the house tonight of that girl that died, because his wife is a bit sick and he wouldn't be able to stand out tomorrow evening, because I'd said it could be an hour of a wait of a queue tomorrow evening. So I brought him down tonight and I wasn't back until about 11:15. So I'm pretty much going through races and videos and whatnot since. So I've a few sorted for Galway. So hopefully we can have a bit of luck. Galway you can have the best horse in a lot of races in Galway, and they just don't have the luck of the run of the race. So the draw is crucial as well. And do they get position? They can get stuck on the rail. They can get stuck coming wide. So it all depends. With two horses today, changed off a bus horse, a front runner, Point Linus, I thought Flight Plan might get the early lead like he did last year, but he didn't, and he finished fourth. And the other one went off favourite, Galata Bridge, finished second. Just was outstayed, didn't stay. That was the big question mark up 3 furlongs. So he wouldn't stay. I don't think he'll be going that trip again. Probably maybe 2.6 max, maybe 2.5. Bring it back to 2.4. Anyway, on to tomorrow. There's Ayr is on first tomorrow. There was 2 horses that I had marked out sort of me head. The next time they'd run, I'd back them, depending on the ground. And the ground is showing good to Ferrum in places tomorrow, 7 furlongs. And that suits He's a Gentleman more so than the other horse I was on about to myself, because that suits soft ground. If you look at the only time this ran on soft ground in Doncaster, it was 15 of 18. And when you see them winning on the Goo in Wolverhampton, that means that they're like top of the ground, top of Ferrum. Good run there in Chester behind Divine Libra in a class 3 here as well, only beaten 6 lengths. Then the last day in Ayr over course and distance, it got nutted on the line by a horse that was winning 3 out of 4. That's the one horse I'm on about there. He's a Gentleman. The winner comes here from behind. But this fella got caught sort of no man's land because the leader is up front and he had to decide then, what am I going to do? Am I going to tip off after it or what am I going to do? So he does.
At the tail of the field, must be fully 15 lengths behind this leader, which is still Zebra Star, racing the way down towards the final 2.5 furlongs. She's well clear at the moment. Can she keep this going from Black Friday? Then He's a Gentleman in Yas from the pink and blue. Then Judgment Call of Monhammer, followed by Al-Muqdad and Gone Rogue. Zebra Star is now ridden, hanging over toward that far running round a bit, but still in front at the moment. But here come the rivals. The grey He's a Gentleman, Judgment Call. Yas are now taking aim. Al-Muqdad wide about. Zebra Star's now been caught. He's a Gentleman went on. Al-Muqdad though rushing home near side. Al-Muqdad getting to He's a Gentleman on the run towards the line. Al-Muqdad from He's a Gentleman. Al-Muqdad from He's a Gentleman. Yasser up for.
Ran a good race, and just 2.5 lengths or nearly 3 lengths back to the other horse. And the other horse was on about needs soft ground is Cabrillo. This came from France. It won a maiden with Andre Fab. It was only bought for 10 grand, I think. It was a good buy. You'd imagine it would have been more when it came after winning a maiden in Deauville. But the last day, its best run was over 7 furlongs on soft ground. Dropped a few pounds from 82 back down to 75. Now, the reason I'd say a selection of the race of He's a Gentleman is in a ground conditions. So Holly Dial as well takes over from, wasn't that Merrick Wynn, wasn't it? Harry Davis. Merrick Wynn rode at the time before. But he got sort of caught in no man's land the last time. He had to sort of go to catch the hare. There's a horse run tomorrow in the 4:10 that we backed. It's a short price favourite. If you were putting in multiples tomorrow, you could stick her in. Stressfree for Danny Tudd. Mile 2, good to Ferrum. That could be one for tomorrow. On to Galway tomorrow. I'm going to Galway tomorrow. I'll be going definitely on Sunday, and I'll be going one day in between, Wednesday or Thursday as well. Although there's a couple of horses that I like to see run. I might still go Tuesday evening. This was won last year by Willie in the JP colours, Mystical Power, who went on to be second in the Supreme and has only lost one race, won 2 after being second in the Supreme. Then it's unlikely we'll see something of that calibre tomorrow. But Willie has the favourite, first time out for him, Cisco. But in that race last year, it was the first time we came across Samui. We done an each way bet and without the favourite as well. And something this year, sort of horse race 123 is Palamon for Paul Nolan. Paul isn't sort of turning in winners big time or anything, but this lad has a bit of experience. Was rated 70 on the flat with Richard Hannon when before he came to him. Couple of runs with the handbrake off, but that was a good run in Naas to Nadawe. Ran in Cheltenham, then just pulled up, but that was heavy ground anyway and it wouldn't be suitable. Back on more suitable ground in a good ground race in Cork. It was up at the pace all through. Jumped well enough as well. This is it here, pulling wide just after the turn for
so
home.
Open races they turn in towards the final three flights, and on the inside rail it's Katakana with the overall advantage from Trust Your Instinct, who comes there to challenge. They're followed on the outside by Dutch Gold. Palamon still bang there. Voice of Reason is trying to keep on behind them, but down to the second last. Trust Your Instinct with Palamon coming on the outside. Dutch Gold between them, and the race has quickly settled down into a battle between this trio as they head down towards the final flight. The far side, Trust Your Instinct. Dutch Gold in the centre. The stand side, Palamon. As they come down to the final flight, Palamon paddles through it, but lands with Trust Your Instinct on the far side. Not a lot to choose between them. Dutch Gold between them as the race went inside the final 50. Trust Your Instinct. Palamon finishing strongly on the stand side for Sean Flanagan and goes on in the closing stages to win by about length and a half in the end. Palamon.
The fact that was 2 miles 1 furlong as well. He'll be all right coming up the hill at 2 miles, and you'd imagine tomorrow. Pigeon House won in Leopardstown. Punchestown. Feud won the last day in Listowel. Or no, Killarney, what am I on about, wasn't it? No, it was in Listowel. But what did it beat is the question. What was third in was Malbay Madness, who's out as well tomorrow evening in a handicap. So depending on how if Feud ran really well tomorrow, it'd up the chances of Malbay Madness, who could be well handicapped. But it was a bit suspect, I thought, the last year in that race. On to the... Oh yeah, we checked the prices. I Palamon each way, and without the favourite then 5-2 there, 13-5. If even it came second then to the Fav like it did, like Samui did last year, trying to just not lose money the first day. On to the second one then is the handicap hurl, Malbay Madness. We came across this horse last year on the flat in Galway when it won. We were on Genuine Article, wasn't it? This was bought specially by the Mees to win in Galway, and it did on the flat. They brought it over to a listed hurl race in France. It was behind. There you have fourth, second and third, so it's well handicapped when you look at it's 84, so 40 on top of that 124. It's in at 108, so it could be fierce well handicapped. We have a bus horse in it. Another bus horse won today. They're in twos. Northern Express won yesterday or Saturday. Peer Pressure won. There's several of them lately. So Flicker of Hope. The only thing about it is it won for us the last twice, but it's over a distance, over a trip. It's back to 2.5 miles a furlong. It won there in Clonmel over 2-3, and then one in Wexford. But we have to back it each way. So the most likely winner in that race would the Mees loving to have winners is Malbay Madness. But even without the favourite, it's 7-1 the field. So you could back it each way and back it each way without the favourite as well. That's a great marker there now without the favourite at 7-1. When it won in, I won't show it because the video will drag on too long. That was over 3 mile. So, I mean, there is a 3 mile race later in the week. Is it on Sunday, 3 mile hurdle race? And they're sticking it in there tomorrow. So, you have to trust that they know what they're doing. So, we back it each way and we back it without. This is a maiden tomorrow evening. What do you call him? Has won this 24 times. Dermot Weld. He has, truth be told, in this. I was trying to get the breeding by too darn hot. Touching clouds and turning silence. But it started very slow in Nace. That's it in the Moyglare colours. But it ran on like a train. See it in the last couple of hundred yards.
Gets the better of Swagman with Viking Invasion finding a renewed effort on the outside. These three abreast with less than 150 yards to go. And flying it from last, as truth be told, it's Swagman on Man of Chicago.
That horse up against in the same race again tomorrow. And that had a run prior to it, Viking Invasion. Now Rock of Cashel, well bred as well. By Wooden Bassett. There's a half brother to Snowfall, who was a grade 1 winner. Newfoundland, who was fairly tasty, and Alfred Munnings. 2 of them were by Deep Impact and 1 was by Dubawe. This ran, well, a Midland race first time out, but it definitely will improve for the run. But several winners has come out of it, even down to the 6th. Apples and Bananas. That's one. And Royal Black Forza. Where did he finish again? Didn't he win a race? He won a race. So the 5th and the 6th. That's a solid run, like. Green Impact. That won next time out as well. I think Corrowood was 2nd, wasn't it? Yeah, 2nd to the line in winter. And that was a very good maiden. Bernard Shaw. I think that was the only one that hasn't ran, yeah. But that'll come on big time for the enters in the Curragh. That's him on the outside here. Tipping it up.
Followed in the middle of the
ground
track by
was a bit
Apples and
shitty there,
Bananas. Followed then by Bernard Shaw, trying to stay on his Corrowood, and then Black Forza. And in the middle of the track is Rock of Cashel, and then Jamar as Hasdan gets to Green Impact, opening up from Corrowood, who moves after them in 3rd. It's Hasdan just in front. Rallying is Green Impact on the inside, but it's Hasdan from Green Impact. Hasdan has it from Green Impact. Corrowood with a gap.
That was Dermot. The reason I showed that as well, that was Dermot Wells. And that drifted out to 10-1 that day. So he knows which is, he'll be able to make a great comparison now, you see, between the two of them. So that opened up 11-8, it's into even money. Could have opened 6-4, but I seen it definitely 11-8. It looks to be a 2-horse race with the market. Aidan O'Brien won it with Inish Free, and he won it with Jamaica. But there's lots of DK Weld. Probably on the forum, that is the best run, but all the winners have came out of the other one. So for someone that might want to pick one, reverse forecast. The 640. Enchanted Garden is the favourite, but a horse that has a big pull in the weights for being behind it the last time is Cuban Confusion for David Murnane. It's an 8-1 shot with 365. If we look at this run here, it was carrying 8 stone 5, and this is carrying 9-1, so that was what, £10. That was because there was a 4-pound claimer and a 7. It was an apprentice handicap. Rated 63.76. 63.76. So Cuban Confusion is still 76, and Enchanted Guard is up to 75. Went up £12 for winning. But if we watch the race, this is the one I'm on about here, Cuban Confusion now. This is the Enchanted Garden. Watch this fella up along the stretch. He can't get a run for the love of money.
Jamie Joe Hayes followed round the home turn by Roman Harry.
Green
On
hat.
the inside, Alessio Fernanda making good headway in the purple colours is Enchanted Garden with a furlong and a half to go, then Shoot to Kill. Red here
Green
strongly
hat.
pressed by Enchanted Garden, and between them is Rumbled again, followed by Claddon Bridge, up the rail Oriental Dancer, then Imperial Dream. Alessio Fernandez next, but out in front is Enchanted Garden. Jack Cleary scudding away from Imperial Dream. Rumbled again, Summer Snow runs on with Cuban Confusion, but it is Enchanted Garden doubling up after a break. Imperial Dream best of the rest, and then Summer Snow and Rumbled again, and Cuban Confusion.
It was full of horse there. They couldn't get out. Now, what were they doing? Were they pulling them back? I couldn't see. You won't see it in the head on. But tomorrow, he is the £10 claimer up now. So he'll be only carrying 9 stone 1. And this lad will be carrying 9. So instead of getting all, or giving all the weight, he's getting the weight. So I think he is to turn it around, that he's a great each way bet in that race. On to 7:10, the big race. We have our second bus horse running tomorrow evening. We have Alphonse Grande. Different surface this time, different country. There's won 2 out of 3 on the go for us. It has won 3 races, like. For the Bet Small, Win Big Syndicate. I was wondering before, did I watch in this? Did I see it? That was my motto the last couple of years. The one of 64, 73 and 81. It's gone up to 87. The different style of race, and it's drawn wide as well. It's drawn 19, isn't it? 19. Lot of Joy was, well, first I should have said the winner of the race last year was Teed Up. Carried 11 stone 6. Carried 11 stone 7, but it's up £7. So we have to have a few quid. A horse that wins 3 times for us is the bus horse Alphonse Grande. I'd be afraid of Lot of Joy. We backed that a couple of times, but it ran well enough the last time. I think the handbrake was on too, and the soft ground suited better, I think, than the yielding ground the last day. I seen Christina was at the put up, teed up that she got 11 to 1. It's into 5s, 100 to 30 there, but just that's short. The Enfranchise, that won well enough at the last year as well. That has to have a chance for Derek O'Connor riding for it. But a good jockey is important tomorrow evening. Derek O'Connor riding for the Shark there. That won beat Countess of Tyrone in a listed race. Second to Thunder Roll. That has the best form in the race, back into Handicap company. I'd probably Lot of Joy is too short now, and with Mullins, Alphonse Grande each way, and Enfranchise each way. It's paying 5 places. On to the 7:45. We have Handicap. This has been won the last 3 years by Jessica Harrington. She's the top weight this year. You Crack Me Up, Irish Lullaby, and Citronade. I thought a horse with a chance tomorrow evening, Joseph O'Brien's horse for Sean Mulryan, is naturally Nimble. I think the handbrake was on the last time, even though it went off favourite in Fairy House. That's it coming here. I think the step up and trip and coming up the hill
is headed on one from the rail ringside timing. Send Back My Dad going remote next. Fading out of it is Kiki Robertson and Bonso, naturally Nimble and Northern Sonas. And it's Send Back My Dad challenged on either side. Bonso and going remote, and then ringside timing and naturally Nimble inside the final 100 yards. And it is Bonso getting on top from going remote. Send Back My Dad. Bonso by half to going remote and Send Back My Dad.
He wasn't too busy. Aidan O'Brien is the favourite in this race. He won a maiden the last night. I think he went up £1 for it. In the bumper, Cause for Comment is the favourite. Spy a Sire, I'm not that familiar with it. It's a French sire. Cocorico. I thought the best form is unraced, like, for Jackie Mullins. Jackie Mullins bred that as well. The best one of the horse with the best form is Delta Force for the Burns. Sent it over to Newton Abbott the last day, even though went off favourite. Ran with the handbrake on. It's a white hat coming around, it won't be even in the picture. I think he'll finish tomorrow suited.
Now surrenders the lead.
Not even in the picture.
And Trebian and Bourne in the west, who are the first two to show, are back in front again. Hopier's in third. Then Alan de Banks with about 10 lengths to make up on Hopier's, who's weakening. Behind those then is Till You Can't, and then Daisy Miroli. Delta Force has got Tuck Your Shirt In beaten, because Tuck Your Shirt In is really struggling. Delta Force still with ground to make up as they run towards the home turn. And up ahead it's David Pipefest at the moment, with Bourne in the west and Trebian chased now by Alan de Banks. Delta Force is beginning to run on with some purpose, but it's been pretty workmanlike as they run down towards the final furlong, and it's Bourne in the west and Trebian. Alan de Banks running a promising race back in third, then Delta Force. Bourne in the west takes over. Alan de Banks is staying on really eye-catchingly in second place. Might not quite. Oh, it's going to be tight. Oh, he gets there. Alan de Banks. What a nice debut.
He's only bet a couple of lengths on the finish. He wasn't off the yard. So there could be a bet there tomorrow evening. If he goes out to 92, 5-1, back him each way and back him without the favourite. Two to 1 without the 5. Anyway, that's it. Got to go. Oh, geez, at 28 minutes. I didn't expect it to be on that long. Bash the bookies over and out.